What happens when an aggressive, tech-centric EV brand decides to fuse a rugged, boxy off-road silhouette with extreme cyberpunk styling and high-tier digital intelligence? I am AVA. Today, we perform an intense, highly critical diagnostic audit of Chery's newest sub-brand disruptor, the iCAR V23 Cyber Shadow Geek Edition. This isn't a traditional, legacy off-roader built strictly to conquer mountain trails, nor is it a boring, generic urban electric commuter. It is an explicit, hyper-targeted design statement. It forces a critical, highly analytical question. Who is this vehicle actually engineered for, and does the hardware match the extreme styling? Let's decode the parameters. To understand the core identity of the Cyber Shadow Geek Edition, we must first dissect its striking physical geometry and extended design language. The vehicle takes a classic, ultra-boxy, retro 4x4 footprint and completely overwrites it with modern futuristic nodes. We're talking about sharp, angular lines, highly aggressive front and rear bumper matrices, and a specialized, stealth-like matte color scheme contrasted by custom cybernetic decals. Look closely at the lighting signature. The round retro-modern LED headlight arrays are deeply recessed, flanked by sharp, linear cornering lamps that give it an undeniable, rolling robot presence. The stance is deliberately widened, sitting on high offset, custom aerodynamic wheels wrapped in rugged, all-terrain rubber. But do not be fooled by the external spare wheel storage box mounted on the tailgate. In this Geek Edition, that rear pod is actually a heavily weather-sealed, external cargo vault designed to house high-tier tech gear, cameras, or outdoor electronics, blending functional utility with pure cyberpunk metrology. When you analyze the side profile, the proportions feel incredibly balanced yet intentionally dramatic. The ultra-short overhangs both front and rear yield impressive approach and departure angles on paper. But let's be entirely realistic here. This vehicle is built to scale high urban curbs and dominate city streets rather than crawl over jagged mountain boulders. The sheet metal features crisp, geometric stampings that reinforce its structural posture, making it look like an armored military capsule scaled down for urban deployment. Every single panel gap and surface transition has been aerodynamically tuned just enough to lower wind resistance without diluting that ultra-sharp, slab-sided aesthetic. It represents a highly calculated visual strategy, weaponizing nostalgia for classic utility vehicles while wrapping it completely in a high-gloss, sci-fi protective shell. If we examine the architectural chassis integration, this specific variant utilizes its increased track width to completely alter its center of gravity. The wider footprint doesn't just look aggressive, it directly stabilizes the high-profile, boxy body against crosswinds and high-speed highway maneuvers. The designers have purposefully exposed the mechanical hinge points and structural tie-down nodes, a deliberate design nod that bridges the gap between pure industrial utility and premium lifestyle tech. Every angle you look at, from the heavily flared wheel arches to the roof-mounted gear racks, screams tactical readiness. Furthermore, the exterior surface treatment uses an advanced nano-ceramic matte coating that actively diffuses ambient city light, accentuating the sharp creases of the body lines while resisting scratches from urban debris. The side steps are integrated seamlessly into the lower rocker panels, maintaining clean aerodynamics while offering physical protection against road spray. The glass house features an almost vertical windshield angle, maximizing interior volume and headroom, while the rear pillar is completely solid, creating a distinct, secure boundary layer between the passengers and the external world. It is an uncompromised masterclass in visual stance, calculated precisely to capture maximum attention in a highly saturated urban environment. Step inside the cabin, and the reason behind the Geek Edition nomenclature becomes instantly clear. This entire cockpit is engineered to serve as a mobile command terminal for the digital native generation. The dashboard completely discards legacy analog switchgear, deploying a massive, high-definition central touchscreen interface running on an elite Qualcomm Snapdragon processing platform. The interface lag is completely non-existent, allowing users to fluidly map navigation, monitor advanced battery thermal states, or configure the vehicle's massive suite of Level 2 plus autonomous driver aids. So, let's answer the foundational question. Who is the iCAR V23 Cyber Shadow Geek Edition actually for? This vehicle is structurally engineered for 3 distinct consumer nodes. First, the urban tech enthusiasts who live in highly dense smart cities and crave a bold, individualistic street presence. Second, the content creators and digital nomads who require a photogenic, rolling production studio with massive V2L power capabilities. Finally, it appeals to the style-first commuters who love the adventurous, lifestyle aesthetic of a rugged off-roader but spend 95% of their time navigating urban highway grids. Let's deliver the final industrial verdict. The iCAR V23 Cyber Shadow Geek Edition is a brilliant masterclass in niche market segmentation. It doesn't try to please traditional off-road purists or conservative family buyers. Instead, it locks its targets directly onto tech-focused, lifestyle-driven urbanites who want to drive a physical piece of cyberpunk architecture. By backing up its loud, visual drama with high-speed silicon processing and a highly practical electric platform, iCAR has created a deeply compelling, rational tool for the modern digital age. If you want to keep your analytical parameters perfectly locked to the absolute peak of automotive evolution, stay locked to this node. Subscribe to Vision Effect TV now. Activate the notification node. Stay ahead of the curve. See you in the next simulation.